Hi, it's Nell, and it's that time of year, so I'm going to show you how to decorate pumpkins 3 ways. Now, these are all very natural, and they're going to be long-lasting, so this is not something you do for like a day or two. It will last for at least the month. I have my specs on so I can see. I have the 2 pumpkins here, and it is now May 6th. These were bought in Half Moon Bay, California last September. So it just shows you how long they have lasted, and I thought I should get going on this video. So this beautiful brown one, I'm going to use all, the same tones. I'm going to do walnuts, acorns. These are off of a red gummy eucalyptus across the street. And these are the seed pods from a king palm. And I have the dried foliage of the seeded eucalyptus. I think I'll put a little bit of that in. And for the base of this, because you need something to glue onto, I'm going to use the Spanish moss and some of the dried lichen right here. And this Spanish moss might look a little bit funny to you. It is. It was actually in the trash because I'm moving. And I was going to get rid of it because it's dried out, and I thought, oh, I want it for this project. So I took it out and I put it in a pail of water, which it doesn't really bring the color back, but it will make it a lot more, a lot more pliable. And for this, it's going to work fine because most of it will be covered up. I'm getting the moss on here, and I don't want it to all be even. So I'm going to get a few pieces that are hanging down a little bit, just so it doesn't look like it's all been edged out there. And I think I'm going to put the lichen in after I get the pods and everything else on, because I'm going to do those as an accent. So that's simply how you do that. The walnuts are the biggest, so I'm going to start with them. Just dot a little glue on. I love walnuts. I buy them at our farmer's market. They're my little snacky treat because I can. Just because I've got to work to eat them. Doing any kind of a pattern here. I just wanted to get them on, and then I'll see what I want to do. This is that kind of thing that's just going to evolve as I do it. I think I'm going to get a few of these leaves in, just because they're kind of fun. And it's also a very nice shade that goes with this a brown thing that I got going on, the brown tones. But this has been drying in the back of my garage here, so as I said, it's just stuff I have hanging around. I did not buy anything. And you can also use a hot glue gun. I'm just used to using a pan just because I do big projects, so for me, I can use the glue pan much easier than the glue gun. But for you, you might prefer a glue gun. It might be a lot easier. I'm going to do the acorns now. I saved these in my house, and I was like, why am I saving these acorns? And boy, am I glad I did. Because nothing says fall like acorns, right? Ah, beautiful. And as you can see, I've got the foliage on there. And I didn't do it really heavy because I want some of this beautiful pumpkin to show. The pumpkin itself is just so beautiful. Why I cover it up completely. Just going around and putting on the king palm seeds, just here and there. They're a little bit different than the acorns, so they add a little interest here and there. All right, so here you go. This is our one in the really truly natural tones right here. Just going to get that glue on there to hold it. And then for this, I'm going to bunch it a little bit because I like that look there. Just like that, just so it kind of looks like it's naturally growing on there. Okay, I'm gonna work that right into there. There we go, beautiful. So this one is done, and I just put a few little like dots of glue on the bottom just to hold it. So I'm gonna start with the seeded eucalyptus. And for this one, I'm taking the foliage off because I just want the seed pods because this already has some green to it. So I'm getting the seeded eucalyptus on first. That way I can glue over it and hold it down. But I love the kind of ethereal quality it creates. It's really fun to use whether it's fresh or dried. I love it in flower arrangements. It's beautiful in fall arrangements. And when it's fresh, it has that eucalyptus smell that some people love and some people don't. And the status is older, so it's a little hard to work with. It's really dry. If it's fresh, it's much easier to work with. But I like the combo of blue and yellow together. So some of this I'm doing in clusters and some I'm just going to do in single pieces. We'll see how it goes. Also want to leave some room for the airplants. I have a couple small pieces of seeded euc left over here. And I'm just going to tuck it in here and there because it breaks up the status and it adds that fun. Here we go. Now on to the airplants. So I've got the airplants glued on in there, here and there, and this is what I do, is I let the glue cool a bit. If you're using a cool glue, that's fine. And I don't put too much on, that way I can take them off. And then I just put it right in there, and that way it doesn't burn the poor airplant. And there, that's another type of an arrangement you can do with a pumpkin. Alright, so after you get all the hot glue spiders off, it'll look better too. Well, boy, it does leave lots of tails. So, in order to keep this looking good and fresh and the air plants at their best, you just simply give them a spray, and you don't have to worry about the dried things. They'll be fine, and the moths would enjoy the spritz. You just give them a little spritz about once a week or twice a week, depending on how dry your home is. The drier your home is, the more often you can do it. Okay, here we are with number 3, and as you can see, it's a whole new look. Those previous 2 ones were shot in my garage in Santa Barbara. I have since moved to a new home in Tucson, Arizona, and it is now the end of September, and for this one, I'm gonna do a red curry squash. And these are a beautiful color, as you can see. It's a nice deep orange, and this squash, by the way, makes a wonderful soup. Because I live in the desert now, I wanted to do this one with more of a desert theme. And these are things that I collected on my walk, and these are from a liquid amber. I just have picked it off the tree. So I'm gonna start with these beautiful and interesting mesquite pods. I mean, yeah, these are mesquite. I'm still learning my plants here. So some of them are really interesting. And I already have my moss on. You saw that I did that in the other ones, and that gives you something to glue onto. And this one's going to be kind of fun and crazy because these pods are going to go all over. And you can glue them just however you like, however is pleasing to you. Let's see, some of them are really crazy. And these pods have been drying for about a month and a half, and they've dried beautifully. And as they age, they get this wonderful tinge of red, which is just beautiful for fall. And I love succulents on pumpkins, but I just wanted to do something a little bit different with these. All right, so I have the pods all glued in here for this kind of fun effect. And now these are from a prickly pear, and I think they're kind of fun. Of course, I have these really fine spines, so I soak them and I took those off. But I just love the color. Now on to the liquid amber pods. I don't have my hot glue pan plugged in here because I'm away from an outlet, so it's starting to, I'm starting to get these crazy tails that I'm gonna have to clean up after it's totally dry. But I love these spiky green look here. This one is more of the alien pumpkin. The other ones are a lot more refined. And these are nice and fresh and green because I just picked them right off the tree. Let me get that one up in there so it's, you know, a little more grouped up. Oh, I'm gonna go over the tree. I'll be right back. Let me get one more on the front here, just for a cluster toward the front. Because I don't like things even, so. Okay, so this is some dried Palo Verde branch. I love the color because it goes really well with the pods. And I hope this stays because my glue is really starting to dry up. And I just wanted a little bit of green in here, and this is the twisted myrtle or desert myrtle, and I actually picked it a day and a half ago. It's a little droopy, but not too bad. But I just like the little bit of green it adds in here. I think it's a nice foil to all this cream color here. So there you have it. There is the pumpkin desert style. So I hope you have found this video to be helpful, and I hope you have a wonderful fall and decorate some pumpkins, gourds, or squashes of your own. And I thank you so much for watching. Thank you for all your comments, your likes, or your subscribes. I really appreciate them. So let's get creating and gardening and make the world a more beautiful place. Thank you so much for watching. See you in the next video. Bye.